Greetings and salutations. My name is Tish and welcome to the Artist Haven. In this live stream, this is our final day of 30 journals in 30 days. I won't say I'm not happy about it because I kind of want my life back. Not saying I have that glorious of a life. I have a very pleasant life. I enjoy my life and I enjoy having a clean house. And my house has been neglected for a very long time, so I need to do those things and all of that. So what was I going to say? Oh, we're going to do our last journal, this final journal in 30 journals in 30 days. And I'm going to keep it somewhat simple, I think, maybe, mostly. Let's put that up there. I was working on cleaning and getting things organized for tomorrow's live stream, because tomorrow's live stream, words are hard. Tomorrow's live stream, we are going to go, I'm going to take each journal and we're going to go through each one and do a flip through so you can see the final results of them. And then maybe finish up anything that needs to be finished. And just talk about my experience and what I've learned and why you do not want to do this challenge and why you do. Because every challenge has obviously its challenges, but also its successes and rewards. And you come out really knowing who you are and what you're capable of. So without further ado, let's jump into this journal and get this done. So this is a base I already had made. This is EcoDyed coffee. So it's coffee and avocado and tea. When I did these, I kind of just had fun with it and just moved forward with it. And so it's just a basic journal. But I found this, and it had an extra layer that I snipped off. And it turns out that this is just like a lace ribbon that someone had stitched together. And so I felt kind of guilty taking apart their stitches. But we're going to use this on here. So when we close it, it looks like that. And I'm not going to put any cover art on it. And maybe later, if it's not selling, or if someone doesn't just absolutely fall in love with it the way it is and has an idea, because right now I have no idea what I'd want to put on the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack this down with some adhesive, probably Fabri-Tac, and then I'll take it over to the sewing machine, and I'm just going to do stitches around here, and maybe one through the middle here, and then maybe one through the middle here, and maybe do it in like different shades of blue or something. But I'm going to leave these up so they're kind of floppy, because that's the part of the reason why I like this. And so I'm just trying to get it laid out here the way I want it. And so what we'll do is first grab the Fabri-Tac. Oh yeah. I'm trying so hard not to get the hiccups because I'm so excited that this is the last one. So we're probably gonna just kind of fold this up and put a dot down and a dot down. Let's get this guy ready. Let's get the excess glue off of him. There we go. This is a silicone spatula from the Dollar Tree. It is probably one of my top 5 favorite tools. Oh yeah, here's the rest of it. So this was stitched around it, and I thought maybe we could put, you know, this here and one in the back, maybe. I don't know. We'll get, when we get to that point, we'll get to that point. Let's get this tacked down so I can start drying. While it's drying, we'll get the signatures ready, and then we will build it, and we'll build it and put the, you know, put the signatures in, fill it with some ephemera, and then we'll be done. So let's lay this out. There we go. And I think I'm going to put just a dot here and a dot here. And then do the same here, because I want the spine, because the spine stitches are going to help hold it down as well. So there's that. And I think the best course of action is to just put it on the fabric like that. And then lay it down where we want it. You know what? I just thought of something. I'm going to lay that down. Then we're going to flip this over. I'm going to grab my brown ink. I moved all my inks off the table last night when I was doing all the master boards. I'm going to fold this up. And we're going to ink this. Like that. Lift this guy up a little bit. There we go. We'll do the same for the side. So this is where the, I thought I put that underneath there, but that'll work. It'll work. It's where the top piece was sewed into the bottom piece. Like it was all one piece of string. Or yeah, it looks just like embroidery floss. And I eco-dyed this too because it had some, I don't know, it wasn't mold, but it looked like someone had spattered something over it and it stained it, and it wasn't a nice color. Let's just put it that way. So I'm just going to quickly do some ink around these edges so we don't forget to do it. There we go. Let's get this side. Let's push this down. I'm mostly inking here so I can kind of see where this needs to lay. Because I'm going to do the spine first, and then we'll come back and do the other edges. Now this is archival ink, so this is a pigment, or not pigment ink, what's that word? Solvent based ink, so this is permanent. It'll wash off, I guess, if you really go at it. So I just like framing stuff out. I think it looks better. Stay where I put you, thank you. All right, so now we're going to bring this up and put a dot here, dot here. There we go. Why are you so stringy today, sir? There. Now we've got that tacked down. All right, now we'll do this side. Actually, yeah, we'll just do it. All right, I'm going to give it a gentle tug just to kind of get it so it's somewhat circular. There we go, and we're going to turn it. To this side. I'm trying to keep the glue where there's like multiple layers of fabric, this lace. Excuse me, hiccups. A little wonkerdoodle, but that's okay. It's handmade lace on a handmade journal. All right, we're gonna let this dry, or cure, I guess. Let me clean off my tip real quick, since I'm having issues with it being stringy. There we go. Okay, so this will be our front cover. And I'm trying to decide, should I do just a straight stitch? And I think I want to like do some gold splatters on it. So we'll do that after we stitch it down. Okay, so I'm gonna move this whole kit and caboodle over here on the floor. I can, my table is now full of journals because I started getting everything laid out, seeing what needs to be finished. I think we might put this on the front piece. I don't know, I want to see what it looks like when we fold it in half and see how busy it is. I don't want it too busy. So, let's see here. I'm gonna go over to my journal jar, my journal tub, a signature tub, and grab some signatures. I'll turn on some music so you can chill and listen to some music. Upcycling New Zealand. Hi, I just found you streaming. Handmade lace. Yes, it was handmade lace that I found at a thrift store. And I can tell it's handmade because the knots are inconsistent. If it was machine made, then the knots would be more consistent. Sometimes, and it's old enough that it's, because some of the newer machines like are built to like have inconsistencies, but they're still consistent. If that makes any sense. So, but this is something that dated before those machines, I think. I'm not super well versed in fabric and those kind of antiques, but I do have a basic knowledge of antiques. I did used to deal in antiques, so long time ago. But I think it's kind of cool. So let me turn down this music a little bit because I was jamming earlier. And then let's bring on the music. I'm gonna go dig in my bin, and it's gonna be a little loud. So I like to mute my microphone anytime it's gonna be inconvenient for you. I'll be right back. Hello. I think it's Alana. I'm sorry. There. This is a monitor that has been in gold spatter zone, so there's like a little dot, and I think it says LAANA. So I just want to make sure. My name is Tish, and I am from Texas, in the United States. So wonderful to have you here. I have a few Aussie friends that live in, a few friends that live in Australia. But I don't really know anybody. Oh, maybe I know one person that lives in New Zealand. I'm trying to remember where Andy lives, if he's in New Zealand or Australia. I know he's in that general vicinity. So, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And this one should be 13 as well, but we always count and double check because I make these in bulk. I lay them all out on my big table and I just start making piles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I'm gonna grab, I've got a piece of green computer paper here, so we're gonna swap the green for the pink so we can kind of make this a little different for each signature. Because this one's completely different and then these two are the same. And then, let's see, I saw the letterhead that I have in here, I thought. So, yeah, and this is the gray one, I think. So let's see, we should have, I think this is the white one. I think they're different. Yep, that's the white one. So it's subtle differences. And the rest we can work with in size differences. Do we have that comp paper in here? Yes. Okay. Let's go, instead of coffee dyed, let's go with the regular blue. Just make some, like I said, just some slight variations from signature to signature just to keep it interesting. Okay, so neither one of these have book pages in them. So what if there's 3 book pages in this one, which is perfect. It'll work. Okay, actually, let's do it this way. Let's take, so we're gonna leave one here. We need to swap out one of these blank type pages. Put that there. And then there we go. Now we have one book page per signature, and we can build on that. So there's one. I did 30, yes, I did 30 journals in 30 days. This is journal number 30. And as much as I love making journals, tomorrow I am not making any journals. But starting, what is it? Tomorrow's Friday. Today's Thursday. Starting Friday or Saturday, we're going to be doing a journal a week. And each day we'll be doing different steps in that journal, but also mass making things to go in the journal. So, and this guy, we're gonna have folded, no, we're just gonna stitch him in. How are we gonna do him? You know what? I think, give me a moment. I think I have something about the same size that doesn't need to be decorated. This might work. That we can put here. Yep, let's do that. And you know what? You did a lot with just doing your one. And I don't say just as being dismissive. I say just as in just beginning, which is fantastic. So we're going to put this here like this. And then when we stitch it in, it'll be, this will be like a, we'll fold those up So I'm going to grab my scoreboard so I can score something relatively straight. And we're going to score this this is 5 tall, so we're going to go to, let's do 1/8 of an inch. Like that. That way we have a little extra space for it to flip. You know, what's funny is I was making junk journals before I knew there were such a thing. I just think it's not funny, haha, but just interesting, because I've been creative my whole life, and not exactly well-to-do either. So I would take old notebooks and turn them into other books that I could use the paper with. So, all right, I'm going to use my art glitter glue for this. And I need my other pen to make sure that we are clear so we're not frustrated. There we go. I'm just going to put a line of glue on the envelope here. Now we definitely have to do gold splatters. And I'm going to line it up just above that line and try and center it as best I can. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to, when we fold this, we're going to fold it on the line that I created. So that way it'll give it space for this side to fold and this side to fold. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put glue down on more of this, but we'll leave it open so that way we can put some kind of decoration in there if we want to. But I just want to make sure it stays together. All right, let's put our pin in here because we might not need this again for a minute. And I have the fan on. Took weeks and 4 videos. You know, I'm kind of the same way. I'm kind of a Jane of all trades. I like doing a lot of different things. So let's see, this is going to be too tall. So I like doing, I'm just going to take some paper tape. I have too much stuff on my desk. There we go. I have my double glasses on, and it feels weird because normally I wear contacts, but my allergies have been so bad I can't wear them. I'm going to put a piece of paper tape just over this, and normally I use washi tape, but for some reason I just feel like just plain would be perfect. Gotta go with your gut instinct, right? What other arts do you like to do? I personally chose junk journaling because I love doing mixed media, and that's what junk journaling pretty much is mixed media. You get to do all kinds of fun stuff. Let's just use these scissors because I can't find my big ones. I'm just going to trim that so it's straight. And then we'll fold it over. I think what we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half now. Like this. There we go. And then we're going to take our deco cutter. And we're going to cut this in half-ish. That looks about right. I'll put one with this signature, and then I'm going to take this one out and put this one in. There we go. And I think we're going to do a similar thing with this. Try to recycle, reuse sources, waste materials, and craft mostly home decor, some wall art. That's cool. That's what I do too. I did acrylic pouring for a long time. I have resin equipment. I have tumbler equipment. I have all this stuff. And that I've acquired over the last 5 years. And while I love doing acrylic pouring, because I love getting messy and I love having that thing, and I would pour on different things that I found, you know, and use different like tools, you know, like I poured through a tennis racket once, you know, so it looked really cool. I wish people would have caught on to it, but repurpose that tennis racket that you haven't played in 5 years. But I always come back to, you know, mixed media. I used to do a lot of furniture, like taking old dressers and turning them into something else because the drawers were demolished somehow, or, you know, just I like, my friend calls it MacGyvering, just taking old things and giving them new life as something different, or just fixing them up and making them, you know, making them useful again, making them beautiful again. There we go. This is kind of curling, so let's stretch that out. There we go. Is it expensive to do acrylic pouring? It can be. I mean, you can start off with craft paint or whatever you've got. Whatever you've got. You don't have to do brand new paint. That's, you know, completely and totally up to you, what you want to do. All right, is that going to be 5.5? I don't think so. That's okay. We're going to fold this down into this. Yeah, that's more than enough. There we go. I'm going to cut this guy in half too. There's that one, and we're going to take this one out. I think everything has its expense. I mean, even when you do furniture, even when you do, you know, you do acrylic pouring, you do all this stuff, you know, some of it is expense of your time too. That's something that a lot of people don't consider is, you know, junk journals. Yeah, we're using upcycled product, but we are also, we've taken the time to learn how to do it effectively. And, you know, so it's not just us, you know, putting a bunch of stuff that we got for free together. I mean, you have to learn how to do it so it doesn't fall apart again, you know, there's that. Okay, so we just need to take off a little bit here. I'll make this 8.5. So do one there. It's like building stuff. I mean, my dad taught me how to build things. I mean, picture frames, shelving. You know, was he a master carpenter? No. But did he know how to do stuff? Yeah. And he taught me how to do stuff. So I need to make that a little bit shorter. I didn't quite cut my pencil line. Okay, and we're gonna do this, like that. And we're gonna do a deckled edge on each end of these. I mean, I'm saving all my paper scraps to make paper clay. Actually, you don't have to use the silicone or any of the mediums out there. You can use water and paint, and you just know the densities of your paint. The more translucent the paint is, the less dense it is. Like titanium white always sinks, and that's the sinking of the paint is what makes it create cells. So if you approach it from a scientific, you know, point of view, it's look up the, was it Raleigh Dalmer, D-A-L-H-M-E-R, but Raleigh Dalmer effect. And that is the scientific effect that makes acrylic pouring, makes your cells. So you don't have to use all this stuff that's out on the market. And that's what kind of frustrates me is, oh, acrylic pouring is popular. Let's make all this stuff that people feel like they have to buy. And it's like, no, you can use, if you're going to use straight up water to thin your paint, I suggest using a better paint than like, what's it called? The craft paints, Folk Art craft paint, because they don't have as many binders in it, and you're gonna get frustrated, and I don't want you to get frustrated. So let's rip this guy in half. We're gonna do right here. So it's just a matter of, you know, it's science. It's not rocket science, but it is science. So let's take out this one. And put this one in there. There we go. And we're going to fold this perfectly in half because it's little. Excuse me. I'm going to fold this one perfectly in half because it's cool and I don't want to cut it. And then this one, I'm going to rip it right because I want it up a little bit. I can do it from the, see, these holes always mess me up a little bit. I'll do it on 23. There we go. put that one in there, and then we're going to take this other one out. I don't want. I have these digitals on my website, on my Ko-Fi site. They're the black and white, just like black and white grid, black and white line pages, and I love them for like writing journals and stuff. Or if I can hit them with some paint or coffee stain, I love them too. But let's do this the long way and make it super short. Excuse me. I keep reaching back for my decal cutter and it's up here. Squish, squish, pudding head. All right, and then we're going to cut this. At 5 1/4. I think this paper it's linen. I think this has got the cotton rag. So that way it saves me time setting up the other signatures. So we're going to take this one and no, that one's got holes again. Let's just fold it in half like this. That way we don't have to worry about the holes and sewing in our signature. There we go. We're going to leave that there. And then this one we're going to cut right here. But we're going to put this over in our scrap bin. There we go. Now, what do we want in the middle? I want this paper in the middle, this white paper, because I like the feel of that. So, come on, work with me. There we go. Lots of holes. No, we're going to flip this. No. And a line paper here. Oh, wait, we wanted that white one in the middle. See what I'm doing? I forget what I'm doing. You have a wonderful day. Thanks for popping in. And have a good day at work. All right, let's that. So we have lined, graph, lined, blank, lined. Let's do lined here. And this. Fold these down the way they're supposed to be. And we'll put a paper clip on them to hold it down for now. We'll find a better paper clip to put it on it later. So I'm going to do that right there. There we go. All right. There we go. Just like that. Oh, I forgot the book page. Oh, that's okay. We can slide him in right here. So we need to cut actually, let's just do it this way. Whatever. What did I do with my... There it is. There we go. All right. Okay, there's signature 1. Put that back here. I'm gonna get a drink of water. Okay, hydration is important. Let's do this one. This is signature 3. So this one's already folded. This one's already folded. This one, let's fold it in half this way. Maybe. Let's grab our ruler so we can have some assistance here. There we go. How tall is that? So let's decal cut an inch off of each end. No. Yes. I'm so indecisive sometimes. No. Yes. Yes. No. About there. Okay, that did not work. Well, it kind of worked. There we go. I guess you have to have the paper under. So let's just do there. There we go. Let's trim that up a little bit. Paper scraps. And then these can be fold-ins. Let's decal edge that. Let's just kind of shoop like that. Maybe a little shorter. There we go. And let's see. Yeah, that'll be great. And that. And that'll be great. There we go. I feel like I'm constantly cleaning. Just like all the time. All right, so we're gonna fold this one here. And we're gonna decal the top and the bottom. Actually, let's do 4.5. Let's do this. Take this piece out. And this one, I'll do the long way. Like that. And cut it right here. There we go. We have one of these in here already. Yes, we do. Okay, so this can go in this bin for a flip-flop journal. All right, we're gonna do this one the long way. Just do it right there. Now I'm just gonna turn this into a fun little notebook. Maybe, I don't know, let's put them all together. Okay, now this is the front. Let's put this in the middle. This here. This here. Alright, so that. This needs to get trimmed just a little more. Okay. Excuse me. So this one has the green paper. This one has the pink paper. Does this have pink? Yes. So I don't know which one I want on top. Probably this one. All right, let me grab a drink of water and we'll get this last signature done. Then we're gonna grab the lace, the journal cover, and sew on the lace, and I probably will do a reevaluation of that. So give me a moment. Well, that was fun. Oh, so I have a bin that looks, let me show you really quick. So I made these bins. So they look like this. They're really nice. They have felt on the bottom. And I put all my scraps in here and I have it hanging out usually on the floor because that way it doesn't, I just put it in the bin, put it in the bin, put it in the bin. You know, all the scrap pieces go in the bin. Well, today I had it sitting up on my desk. And when I got up to go get a drink of water, I booped it and it went all over the floor. Right in front of my sewing machine. And since I'm going to need my sewing machine, yeah, that's just my day, hey. It's okay. Life goes on, right? So we're just going to fold all these little half pieces. These are already folded. Are they the same size? No. Cool. And then I'm going to take this guy, fold him in half, and then we're going to decal edge him because he's got glue on the edge here and I don't want the glue in there. So I'm going to kind of put him in here and have it be straight-ish. There we go. And that should be smaller than this page. We're going to decal edge these ones just to make them different. Actually, no, not this one, the cream colored one. So I'm going to make this just like that. Let's have that in the middle. And then this. And then one of these. And that. Go like that. I'm going to decal edge this one. And that one. I'll fold it almost in half, like that. Do the same thing with this one. We're going to make it actually this goes in this bin. It helps if I like put it away where like if I sort it as I cut it, like okay, this is going in this signature, this is going in that signature. There we go. We're going to do this way. I already have one of these. Well, let's put that there and see if we need it. And this one, we're going to fold like this. So it can go here, like that. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'd have to do 2 ivory ones. That's okay. I'm okay with that. So 5, 6, 7, 8. works for me. I think we're good. Let's put this back. Get these scrap pieces out of the way. And then the ivory piece on the outside on one of these. Yes. So this doesn't have computer, so this is going to be in the middle. So let's do the ivory piece on the outside, because I'm okay with that. And we're going to do the white peach on the inside right here. Like that. Yeah, I like that. I think I might actually make this a little shorter. Okay, in the middle. Okay, we're getting it together. We're getting it together. all the signatures ready to go now. Get them in place. Okay, so this is 1, 2. See, that'll look really nice together. 3. 1, 2, 3. See, and we could do that in the middle. Is this? No, we want this in the middle. Because this has the green and the pink computer paper. Even though these two have ivory right on top, I think I'm okay with that. So, we got those all ready. Let's grab so it's tacked down nicely. I want to stitch though. I want to stitch around here for sure. And then maybe even kind of do like right here and right here. No, probably let's do right through the middle of the holes here and through the middle of the holes here. And then we'll use a dark blue thread so it makes sense. And then on the inside, we'll change out the bobbin and have that be our variation. And it is 12 o'clock. Good deal. So that will be our cover. And I have this extra lace, which I've been hemming and hawing as I'm doing all this stuff. Do we want to have it stitched in here like that? I think so. I think so. So what we're going to do is, this is where the beginning is. So we're going to cut it right at the beginning. And then lay it down. We'll stitch it down and then trim it off. So I'm going to trim it here. And then maybe we'll put a piece on the inside too. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little piece of this, a little of this, and just put a dot here, a thin bead, and a dot here. There we go. And that is what I'm doing. Should we do it on the back cover as well? No, I think we'll just do it on the front cover. Yeah. do it on the back cover too. Dot, thin bead, and another dot. Okay, a little bit of lift right there. Okie dokie. There we go. Ta-da! Putting the pin back in so we don't forget. And lay this out. Tap it down. And then these can dry while we're stitching the other ones, because it's going to take me a minute. I got to change the thread in the sewing machine. And I wish I had a cam that would show you what I'm doing over there, but I don't have one just yet. I got to get a camera switcher, and they're expensive. So I've been waiting for one, try and find one used is basically what I'm going for. All right. There we go. Okay. Let's bring this over. Okay, so I'm gonna take this thread out. And I found a thread that I got at the Painted Raven. So if you like the thread color, you can order it from there. There is a discount code in the description and the link as well. It's not an affiliate link. I don't make any money at this time. She's just a really good friend, and I adore her. This is called Blueberry. It's a glide thread. It's on a spool that's not been opened yet. So I gotta steal a pair of scissors from my desk and try to get this open without... Why don't they make these perforated? There you go, thread people. Make your shrink wrap perforated. There we go. And at least the end is easy to find. I'm gonna put this on here. So we're going to do different colors bobbin threads because bobbins are much easier to change out than the thread, and I want the same consistent color on the front anyway. See, this is why this is hard. Just gotta have the needle in just the right position. Okay. No cuss words. This is going to be a joy and a loving experience. Alright. Now, we're going to make the width a little more narrow. I'm going to do a zigzag on the outer circle. We're going to make it do 2 and 3 ish. Closer to 3 than 2. Alright, so now we line this up and hopefully start this off right here. Alright, let's go. Oh, putting the presser foot down would probably be helpful. Okay, let's get our threads out of the way because we're coming up on the top of the first circle. I don't want to go too fast. Okay, and we're done with that circle. Now, let's do a different color for the next row for the bobbin thread, because we're sewing from the top, so if we change the bobbin thread, the thread on the bottom will be a different color. And I think excuse me, I think I want to do because the inside is a dark blue, so I don't want to do anything too bright, but we've got green and pink, so let's do pink. Let's do pink. I don't normally do pink because I don't like pink. It's not my signature color. That would be dioxazine purple, if you're curious. There we go. And get that back under the presser foot. So we've got a pink and a kind of a tan color. I think that'll look nice on the inside, and we'll do the pink inner circle, and then each one of the edges we will do in pink as well. So let's get this back on top, and I'm going to do pink, and then we'll change it back to, oh no, were we going to do 3 circles? Yeah, we're going to do 3 circles. So that way we can make sure it's nice and tacked down. I should have, yep, I have black. We'll do black on the inner circle for the bobbin color, not the top color. There we go. Okay, off we go. Come on, baby. There you go. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to do the end ones as well. Because that glue is pretty much dry. And I'm just going to do a zigzag stitch. The same one. And I am going to back stitch at the top and the bottom. There we go. All right. There we go. And we'll do the same thing with the front. And I changed my mind. I might do there's a lavender, it's a glow in the dark lavender too, so it might be kind of cool to have a little bit of glow in the dark. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what we get to. Under. Let's go do green. I think that'll look good. The pink bobbin is almost gone. That's kind of cool. Goodness knows I got more pink thread I can load it up with. Now, how many people out there are people that sew? Sewist, seamstress, creative thread maker. I don't know what you guys call yourselves. I am not a seamstress by any stretch of the imagination, but I might end up getting a seamstress job at some point, maybe just to help get things going again. But do you like to have bobbins pre-made for all your things? Oh geez, this is going to be a challenge. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can... Here's me trying to have a conversation while I do this. There we go. Ha, I did it. Sort of. Let's see how bad my circle... Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Oh, I bumped my microphone. Oh, I was gonna get a drink of water. Let me get a drink of water. Okay, because I backstitched on all of these, I feel confident in cutting these a little shorter. I want to leave them a little bit long, just because I think it adds to the visual appeal. There we go. Okay. I got glue shrapnel on my fingers. Okay, so our inside circles look pretty good. I did pretty good. Hey, can't sew a straight line, but apparently I can sew circles okay. I mean, my lines are pretty straight. I'm getting better. Maybe I should apply for that seamstress job. That means I would have to leave the house. We'll see. So this is our front cover, and I had to bend it a little bit, so I think it's cute, just like this. I like it. I like it, I do. Or is this the front cover? No, this is the front cover. So yeah, I tried to do them at the bottom, so the start and stops would be at the bottom, but I couldn't remember. All right, let's get our template out, get these signatures sewn in, throw some ephemera in here. There's that, and this, and we need our bead reamer for that, and our little binder clips, our baby binder clip. Baby binder clip. There we go. And we need the beast. I almost want to put googly eyes right here. Just because I'm silly that way. All right, this might be interesting. This is our top. So I think we're going to punch from this side. And we're going to be very careful when we're sewing in our signatures, because we don't want to pull on the fabric on the lace. So we got baby binder clip. He was hiding. It's like, no, don't put me to work. There we go. There's some string in there. There we go. Make sure you start with a clean hole, that way it doesn't get bound up. You want to move him back. It may not be perfectly straight, but again, handmade. We're on 1/18th, and I get close and personal. This is going to be interesting because it's so thick. I can't quite see. So we're going to do this by instinct. And after doing 30 journals in 30 days, I think I got pretty good instinct now. Okay, so wait, maybe if we push, oop. There we go. Okay. That one didn't like to be punched. That one was struggling. That one too. Okay. Now these get pushed towards the back. So they hopefully will all line up. That's the theory anyway. Coming down on, there we go. Okay, there are our holes punched. Put this back, I'm gonna need that still. I'm gonna find some dark blue thread to sew these signatures in, because I want to stick with that dark blue theme. How many of these do I have? I only have 2. These are all threads that need to go back in the bin. Okay, so we can put the beast back. Okay. Do I have any dark blue thread? These all seem fairly light. Well, we could use hemp. That's darker. Not by much though. That would be kind of pretty. Do I have 3? 1, 2, 3. Groovy. Let's see. Let's double check and make sure we don't have any navy blue, because that's kind of where I was going with it, but I need to take a day and just sit in here and do all the threads, like reorganize them, get them all back in their proper bags. Maybe I should do pink. Do I have a pastel pink? I think I do in this bag. This isn't pink, it's more apricot. Well, this is, oh wait, this is embroidery thread. I don't know, because That's the only blue I have that's kind of dark. Let's see what we got. Because all the rest of them are kind of bright. But that kind of goes too. We could do this teal because that kind of matches that. I'm perplexed. Is that the same as that? So I think that's what was, no, we had black with it. And I don't want to do black. I'm going to do this. Because then it kind of goes with the doily. So let's stuff this back in the bag. Put our bags back in here. Get this out of the way. Oh, I do have a roll of paper tape in here. That's awesome. And I have more signature. This is for the mac and cheese box. Okay. My other corner rounder and my extra glues, adhesives. Because this goes with me when I teach classes. That way I always have backups. Okay then. Take away. And hopefully we have enough. We need our wax. And a sewing needle. So measure this out to be 3 times. And then I take and fold it over. And then fold it over again. And there, we'll put that away later. Sometimes I mess up and I need to snip the thing, so I don't like to put it away until I'm done sewing the signatures. All right, got our thread, we got our wax, we got our needle. Now we're going to take a pencil and very lightly, this is 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3. That just helps me with my brain. I'm going to put the scissors away. Pencil. Now we have our bead reamer. Okay, I use a bead reamer because it was easily found. And I like it better than this awl because this awl is really chunky. When you're poking holes straight through, that's cool. But when you're trying to keep the signature together at an angle, it gets to be a little bit of a challenge. So we line this up. And what I like to do is line it up at the bottom, and then if it has a little gap at the top, that's cool. Sometimes I line it up perfectly, but for this journal, I think, sometimes I try to center it, and I think for this journal, I want them all aligned along the bottom. So I'm gonna put another paper clip, even though I end up taking this one off. I want to put another paper clip here, just because they get a little ruffly. There we go. Make sure we're nice and in the fold. And punch holes. off. And this one's ready to go. Now I know this is the top front because I have this colored paper clip here. So this is going to go in here like this. And sometimes if I'm afraid I'm going to get confused, I will put a same paper clip on the top front so I don't get confused. So this is going to go swimmingly. It's going to be amazing. Throw some ephemera in here. I can't believe I did 30 journals. I mean, there's a couple that need to be like, I need to figure out what I want to put on the front. I just haven't, I don't know. It's like I want to do like 4 different things and I can't decide. But I think tomorrow I'm going to see if I have all the stuff I need. All right, so now we gotta be careful that we don't get the, what's it called? The doily, there's the word. All kinds of wonker-doodle when we do this. So I'm gonna get a drink of water because I know it's gonna be a minute and my hands are already hurting. So give me a moment. All right, I feel better. I stood up for a minute. It's like, oh. Okay. So because we're going to be careful, we're going to do this kind of not the way you're supposed to do it. And you're not supposed to like pull it through. You're supposed to do it all in one fair swoop, but I want to make sure that everything is laying correctly before I sew in the rest of the signature, you know, pull it tight, because I don't want to mess up the doily. So, and I also want to make sure that I have them all in the right hole, because that's a thing. At least for me. All right. So, I think, hold the show for just 1 minute here. Okay, we'll come back and glue that down, because when I punch the hole, I punch through the threads here. So once we get the signature sewn in, I'll come in and just dot that down with a little bit of glue at the top, because the rest of them look like they'll be held in pretty good. Okay. And we need to get that in there. That goes towards the front. We already have one towards the back. All right, let's pull this tight. tight-ish. There we go. We'll pull it tighter in a minute, but I want to make sure everything, that there's nothing being pulled on. Yep. All right. So this has been the way I've been sewing in my signatures the last 2 weeks, and it works really good for me. So I pull on this string, I wrap it twice around my pinky, and then I hold it here like this in the fold of my pinky. And then I pull on that one, and then I pull this one, and then I hold it as close as I can comfortably. And then when I pull on this back side bottom one, well, it's the top one technically, but then I pull it tight, and then I pull this tight. And see, this is always maintain tightness. So we grab it right here, pull it tight, put it in the cross, pull it tight, and pull it down. There we go. And now we have the first signature sewn in. Huzzah! Oops, we lost our needle. No, come back to me. We'll find it in a minute. Just remember that it's there. So over the top. And over the back. There we go. Pull those tight. And I leave my strings a little long. If you want them shorter, when you get one of my journals, you can cut them shorter. I needed scissors. There we go. Oh, hello, Mr. T. All right. Okay, we're going to keep that string to there. And now we're going to take a little bit of, I'm going to use collage medium because it dries matte. And I'm just going to put a drop or two down like that. These are little fiddly bits. Get tweezers out. And we're going to kind of line it up and make it look like it's supposed to be that way. There we go. Press it down. You know what? This might work better to do after all of this. I think we will. Let's get that first one out. Nope, see, it's not staying down. This can dry or set up while we're sewing or punching in the next. We'll do the next two templates, and then that way this will have some time to set up and dry. Okay, and then we can get the next two strings ready, and we'll give it some time. And then when we're all done, we'll come in and do all the rest of them. Okay, so signature number 1, which is technically number 3, is done. So let's punch the holes in these two, and then get our string ready, and then by then it should be dry. Let's make sure we got all this anchored down as best we can. There we go. Top. Line it up with the bottom. Binder clip. I should probably get a bigger binder clip. There we go. That one. Do the same thing here, make sure it's all nice and in. Move this down just a hair, just so we can make sure we're in that bottom hole. There we go. I think I need to make a new template. These holes are getting a little wonker-doodle. It should still work though. All right. Next one, let's get our strings ready. Grab another needle. Because I lost the other one. He's in the book still. Oops. Okay. One's ready to go. There's the other one. All right, let's set him down. So this is 2. Let's get our needle. All right, so so binder clip the edge. Where'd it go? I don't know where the other one went. So I use the baby binder clip and put it on the end of the string on the edge. I turn it so we do the bottom hole first, because this is what works best for me. You do you. And this is going to be the challenge, is finding that hole and making sure we don't mess up how the doily lays down. So I'm going to go through this hole, maybe. Why? There we go. That looks good. Okay, and then we're gonna pull the right edge of the string. And pull this one tight, and then this tight. And it's just a little bit tight. We're not gonna wrench on it until we make sure that everything is laying correctly. There we go. That looks good, that looks good. We're gonna push. Hold on. There we go. Okay, we're just gonna hold this here for just a moment. There we go. Okay, so we don't want to pull too much. Because we have that glued there. Let's unpin this. I'm gonna wrap this and bunch it in your finger there. And we're gonna pull on it here and pull here. And now this thread is older thread. Hopefully I didn't double check. Hopefully it's nice and tight. Okay. Oh yeah, we're good. We're really good. We're wiggling the journal when we wiggle the page, so I just want to double check. Yeah, see that came undone. It's okay. It's gonna kind of hold it there. So yeah, we'll come back and clean up the holes, tack down the loose threads when we're all done with everything. And I can do that before I do the markup on it, or not the markup, do the pricing for it. So this is what we got so far. This is pretty cool, I must say. All right. Did I just, nope. I thought I pulled the needle out. All right, I'm gonna grab a drink of water. I'll be right back. Okay, last signature. Oh, this is thrilling. I never thought I'd be so excited to sew it. I don't like sewing. Okay, find the hole. So that's why we need to be careful. Here we go. Looks good. Looks good. I don't know why I have this song in my head. I haven't heard this. It's a Kiss song. Okay, Chris, why are you sending me Kiss songs? I have an old friend that his favorite band was Kiss. So every time I think he's thinking of me, he sends me a Kiss song. Crap. We got the paperclip all intertangled, and that is not cool. There we go. I'll just fix it. There. And that is part of the reason why I put wax on, because then the threads lay nicely. Okay, let's see. We're good there. Now we need to go in this hole without disrupting the flow of things. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to pull on this, wrap this around, pull it tight, grab it, this one tight, grab it down as far as close to the signature as you can without hurting your wrist, and then we pull on the center string, and then pull on this string, and while we're pulling the strings, we can tie our knot. And over and under. There we go. We're committed now. It's tied in. All right. So let's push all this stuff over. Clean that up later. Excuse me. Now let's grab some of our ephemera. And I'll take this collage medium and I'll do the strings on the spine tonight before when I get back from market, because I've got market and I gotta leave in like an hour. So let's see what we got here. There's some there. I know there is in my outdoor adventure journal here, there's a stack of ephemera inside here that I'm going to add to it, but there's one picture that I think I made a card from that is also still in the ephemera bits that I want to put in this journal. Okay, I want to take, you might want that one. Okay, I guess not, but Ooh, that one's got to go in the butterfly one. Okay, stop. We're going to pull these pieces out. We'll use these in this journal. It might be in this pile too. Okay, here we go. Off we go. So this guy, I'm going to fold here, but we're going to fold it back this way. Maybe. There we go. And no, I'm going to save that for let's ink this one up. I'm going to hit this with some rubbing alcohol. Let that dry. Okay. And then this guy, I'm going to fold right here. That. Ink her up. Get our art glitter glue. Put her right here. And I don't glue these down completely, so you can still put pieces of stuff underneath if you choose to do so. And this one should be dry. And we're going to do half, half, that. This becomes a belly band. Like that. We'll come back in and put a tag in there. Not that long. This one's too long, so let's put him right here like this. I'm just going to put a little tag on him. I didn't cut that other one, did I? Or round the corners on it. Oops. We'll round the corners on this guy. Because you gotta have mushrooms. I think I have, yeah, I have the big version of this printed out. In case I needed like a journaling card to go somewhere. Oops, that one didn't cut right. There we go. Ink the edges. Put a little glue. And put them like that. There we go. I'm going to fold this guy in half, like that. Now we're going to take this big guy, and he's all ready to go. So we're going to do a little bit here and a little bit here so we make a touch spot. And there we go. And oh, where did they go? Woo! Dropping things over. I'm gonna put this here so I can find tags to put in here. That one's too big. Let's use this red one. It's too wide. That's too short. Goodness sakes. This one will work. There we go. Okay. Let's put this card in here. Just like that. And we're just going to leave it so they can decorate it. And then I have a better paper clip that I like better. I don't have very many of these, but I like to use them because they're fun and they work really well. There we go. Let's put, no, this is going to be flip out. They can do what they want with it. There we go. And this guy, we're going to fold over and rip him off. There we go. And we have this one. Corner rounder. Okay, and then top and bottom. Again, so we can do a belly band. Or we can glue one edge down and make it a pocket because it'll be open. I'm going to do this one up here. And that gives you an extra little journaling space too. And you can come back and ink it if you want. Well, let's do it. Just a little bit. There we go. Golly jeepers. You know what? We're going to do this. Cut this right here like that, and then I'm going to kind of haphazardly fussy cut this out. Because I don't want it fragile because it's a little handle. But I want to show the curves off. There we go. ink the edge. Spray it. There we go. And then we're going to line this up and we're just going to glue it right here. And that way it's a kind of a tuck spot that the handle kind of pokes out a little bit. So we're going to do a lot of glue. So it stays relatively tight. And line that up like that. There we go. Go, and is that going to fit this? Yep. Right. Oh, maybe not. Hang on. I'm going to look at something. Okay. So if I hold this here and pull that out, there we go. That'll work. Because, yeah. And do it like this. So. See what this looks like. Do it here. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put this fairy picture. This will be a freebie on my Ko-Fi site. I haven't uploaded it yet because I need to do a couple more edit points. I didn't like the way it was printing as far as like, okay, so I try to make it so when you print it out, you can just bring it over to your paper cutter or use a ruler and stuff and just use a straight line. So I was having issues with that. Let's do another belly band type situation. So a little glue there, a little glue there. I like doing more belly band type pockets than pockets. That way you can have them be however you want them to be. Move this up just a smidge so it's not perfectly. So let me grab a tag here. So this will go like that. It's smaller. Next one is this one that needs to get folded. And we're going to do this right here. And we're going to take this guy and we're just going to knock down the edges a little bit. Because I like the look of a rounded corner, even if the corners are square. And then we're going to ink it. So you'll never know that that line is broken. Because in your brain, you're going to see a continuous line. There we go. And I'm going to put this one kind of towards the top. And let's get, I have, let's cut him down a little bit. There we go, round the corners again. Excuse me. Some of them don't have rounded corners because I didn't have a corner rounder when I made them. That's how old some of these are. This one I made on my silhouette. I was playing around with different shapes and stuff. And I like him. He looks like a little people. Okay. Let's flip through these. Make sure we have no more folded pages. Okay. And I know that these three need to be folded. Actually, this one, I think I am going to tear him down right about there. Yep. And same with this one, we're going to tear down right about here. This one will fold over. And have a lot of little, oh, we can use one of these. This will be perfect. Right here. See, I like it when you can just take and just cut the whole thing. You know, you don't have to cut out each individual square. So there's one that I didn't line up perfectly. And so I need to go back and line it up better. So when you print it out, even if you print it out on something, a different printer, it's still going to be lined up. Because I'm that person. I don't like fussy gutting. I don't like doing it at all. Not even a little. My hands hurt. My head hurts. It's like, I want to be done. All right, we're just going to have this be it. There we go. And I don't have any folded pages, so I'm actually just going to leave that. Actually, you know what? I have an idea. There is something I wanted to do. And where's that blue page? Okay, so this edge. So we can fold this over. Let's grab the ruler. You get out of my way. Okay, so there is something that I wanted to do because we have the lace on the edges. But in order to do that, I gotta kind of fortify this page. So we're gonna put a little bit of glue down here. And I'm gonna go grab there. So that is good. Let's get her there. Oh, that's really good now. All right, let me grab something real quick. I have these laces that I made. Excuse me. And okay, so I'm going to cut, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to cut this off here. There we go. And we're going to make this about like that. I'm going to pop over to my sewing machine and do a zigzag down the middle. Really super quick, and I'm just going to use the blue thread that we used for the front cover. Light. And do this really fast. Well, not really fast because I don't want to hurt myself. When I try to go so fast, I break a needle. And I don't want to break a needle. Thankfully, I wear glasses. There we go. One more. Up to the top, please. Thank you. All right. And then take this like that. We're going to do a little dot of glue at the top and at the bottom. And that's not really a little dot, but you get my gist. There we go. Grab this back. Oh, I should probably put some paper tape on the back, but you know what? Yeah, let's do that really fast. Really, really fast. Because otherwise, when you go to stick something in there, it doesn't like to slide in. So we're just gonna take a piece of paper tape. We're on the clock. Gotta do this before that glue dries. And this paper tape is not liking me. It wants to stick to the container. Well, that's because I'm at the bottom of this glue stick. All right, so we're gonna lay this down like so. That'll work. Where's my silicone spatula? Cut. 7 minutes. And then I have to stop no matter where I am. Okay, so we're gonna lay this down. We're gonna line this up. Opa. There we go. So we want this to kind of stick out a little bit. Not at the bottom, but more at the top. There we go. And then I've got green staples, because why not? We'll just do a staple at the top and a staple at the bottom. There we go. There we go. And now there's like a little belly band thing here that you can stick things in. So let's take, what happened to that one card that we were going to use and we ended up not using it because it was too big. Where did he go? Or where did she go, I should say. I think maybe we did use her. Well, let's use a postcard. Round corners. These postcards are, I do believe these are the ones from my first digital I ever released. It's called The Divine Feminine. It was in honor of several women that I had lost last year, one of which being my very best friend, and someone who motivates me even now, because I can hear her in my head. There we go. Just stick it right there. And flip, and flip, and flip, and fold. But I am not going to put anything on here because this is the center page. So we're just folding it. And that looks cool. And then we're going to take this and we're just going to rip this edge off. Burp. Where'd my ruler go? It's right in front of you, Tish, just because it's cork side down. Okay, so we're going to line this up right about there. Yeah, let's tear it off here because at least we can use the 35 in something. And because I want that shorter, so you see the blue, and then this guy. Okay. I try to work while I'm coughing. It's like but I think I need some coffee stain on this. Yeah. All right. This always makes me sneeze, so I'm going to mute in advance. Okay, this is my coffee stain, and I need to change it. Not change it, but cut the thing on it. So I'm gonna leave that there, but I might put something here. I don't know. Where was I? There we go. Last one, I think. Oh no, we got one there. Okay, that's okay, it's okay. Oh my gosh, he's really chunky. Or she. So I want to put this down because there's a bunch of little rips in this. So I'm going to put it down completely. And I'm going to put glue here first. And then lay this down where I want it. Kind of like that. And I should have put parchment underneath there, but I didn't. It's actually pretty good. So I don't want this to rip anymore, but this paper is really cool. I mean, I made it, but I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm tooting my own horn. There we go. And that one, and that one, and that one, and we need a little guy right here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh yeah. Oh, this is perfect, right here. Not that one, we're gonna do this one. Okay, I gotta bring this close to me because this is really light. So I gotta bring my big old fat head in. There we go. Now I've got the hiccups because I'm so excited. This has been the biggest undertaking I have taken on in a long time. 30 journals in 30 days. That means most of these live streams have been over 4 hours. I mean, I had one that was over 7, and I'm just like, I just gotta get this done, but I want it to look cool. So I sat here and I arted and arted some more. And I'm leaving the full live streams up, but I am going to make videos of like a condensed version, like taking the 7 hours and putting it into like 20 minutes. So you don't have to sit and watch that. Because I mean, I love going into live streams and just chatting with people. And I mean, that's kind of my social interaction because I really don't, I have a handful of local friends, and I really don't get out, which is okay by me. Okay, I missed that. So archival ink, if you missed it with rubbing alcohol, it does this really cool, and I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick that up, but it does this really cool like blending. So it softens it, and that's why I use so much rubbing alcohol. And we're going to put this on like a pocket, a tuck spot. But we're going to make this tuck spot here. So I need to plan it out here. There we go. And I'm going to smooch this out a little bit. Go. Make sure we have no paper underneath it. And line it up where we want it. There we go. flip, flip, or you can pull, you know. And do I have a little tiny tag in here? I do. Just a little tiny guy. He's red, but that's okay. I have a lot of red tags in here. So red tag sale. No, kidding. Okay. We were gonna put we were gonna put a little tag in here. So let's find. These are all pretty ones. Is this small enough? Yes, it is. So we'll put that there. And then that's just that. That's already got a tag. That's got a little card in it. And this is a flip spot that you can do fun stuff with. I'm not going to do anything with it. See, this has got, I wonder, I got stickers. Hang on, let me put my ruler. I've got some washi stickers I keep forgetting about. Let's see what we can find really quick. These are all my coffee dye. Oh, you know what? This will be perfect. Maybe if I can get it out. There we go. So I just had some fun doing this. Okay, my computer decided it was gonna go screen dark. So we're gonna cut this right here. Well, let's make sure that's a little more straight. So I'm gonna put it on a piece of parchment. I have little pieces. There they are. So I'm gonna put it on a little piece of parchment. As close to the corner as I can. There we go. And we can round this corner. There we go. And then do the same thing with this corner. This way it doesn't stick to your corner rounder, but you don't have to cut up your whole big sheet of labels. There we go. Well, that's not perfect. Let's get that fixed. Let's bring it in here. There we go. Much better. And then I'm going to find another washi sticker too. We're going to do a little collage type thing. Glue. Hey, yeah. So I don't trust these. They're supposed to be permanent labels, but once you coffee dye them and ink them and do all the things, I'm sure Avery is not gonna like be happy about that. So we're gonna do this right here, like that. That takes care of that kind of tearing spot. And I'm gonna do one right here too. So let's, these are all full of glue. Let's bring out maybe that, but I think I have something that might be better. I have these tickets. Let's do these two, and then we'll do this on the other side just to kind of help reinforce it. Okay. There we go. Put this back. So let's do, you know what, let's do one ticket. And then we'll do the other ticket somewhere else. And this is where, this is probably why I don't use them, because getting these things off is like brain surgery. There we go. I always manage to mangle the corner a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on here because it doesn't want to stick. So we're gonna do like this, and then we're gonna fold it over and get the rest of that. And then we're gonna put, let's do one at the top here. Okay, where did I do that needle? There it is. See, someday I'll figure out how to not mangle these. I mean, you're not going to notice. I'll notice. Okay, I'm going to put that needle right there. Put some glue on him. And then we're just going to lay this just like this. There. There we go. That way. Are you for real right now? Okay. There we go. Wipe that off. And put just a dot because this corner is lifting a little, so I just want to put a dot down. There we go. All right, that makes me feel better. And that, and that, and that. We need a tag for here. Let's do one of these kind of more heavy-duty tags. Bring in some of the colors. There we go. And this is a tuck spot, but I don't think, actually, you know what? Let's put just a piece of fun paper in there, like that. And that's got a tag. Then we have this guy, or lady, sorry, but she's got red in her, so I put a red tag here. And then you can pull it out and push it back. And that actually fits inside there. So yeah, if you wanted to keep something secret, something safe. There we go, there we go. And the center page. Oh man, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I'm not going to ink the tags, that way they can decorate them however they want. And this one is really solid. I don't know why some of them ripped and some of them didn't. But I was having fun, so I didn't really care. So I figured I could cut it off or work with it. And I'm finding out I can work with it. So this is your centerpiece between the journals, or between the signatures. And then you got a flip out or a pull out, however you want to do it. You could put a piece of washi tape there. You could tear it off and put it on another page. It's all up to you. This is your journal. You do whatever you want with it. I think I'm going to put him here. He's really big. He's a really big belly band. I wonder if maybe I should take that out and put piece. Yes, let's do that. I'm going to put a piece of paper in there so they can make some kind of ephemera. There we go. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. There we go. And that flips out, but I'm going to leave that one. And then this flips out, and I'm going to leave this one because it's the center. So you can build it however you want. And I love how these lines go up and these lines go out. It's a little crazy, but not so chaotic it hurts your head. And there's that, and that, that, that. We got a little tag there and a little place here. Oh, you know what? Let's take that butterfly ticket and put it right here. Why did I come up with that? Now I gotta argue with this thing again. Okay. Oh yeah, it's okay. Let's do that. Let's put this away before I end up stepping on it. And then we're going to take this and just put it over that rip spot. That way it's doubly enforced. There, that makes me feel better. Okay, and then we have the cool 97 there. And then we have our little tuck spot space. And we are done. The only thing I will do now is go back, and you can see there's some strings right here that got cut when I punched the holes. So I'm going to line them back up to where they need to go and clean up like any stray strings and just, you know, make it look good. Clean it up, get all the little Furbies off of it. But there is our finished journal. I did not put a closure on it. It's going to be an alligator mouth because she's already chunky. But I'm so happy. Journal number 30 is complete. Join me tomorrow or in the next video if you're watching this replay for a recap. We're going to go over all the journals, what I learned, what I would do differently, what I love, those kind of things. And we're just going to take a few minutes, maybe 5 or 10 minutes on each journal. There are a few journals that I'm still kind of stuck on and I haven't finished them completely. So maybe you can help me out, and that will be tomorrow morning at 10:30 Central Time. I'm excited. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness.